I'm actually not sure where I am. Really close to Leamington, I think, which is in New Forest. And I'm out today on this. The 2016 ZX-10R. Yeah. I've just done a short ride so far because we had to take some quick pictures with the photographer, so that's done now, and for the rest of the day I'm just riding it. I'm pretty excited actually. You know, I'm a BMW girl, but I'm open-minded. I try everything really, and this one is really something else. What do I think so far? The thing that struck me the most after this short ride I've just done is this bike feels nowhere near as big as it is. Seat height is probably the scariest number here to me. My S1000 is 820. I used to think that's the tallest I can ride comfortably. Now this one is 835. I just jumped on it, and you know what? It doesn't feel tall at all. The seat is very narrow. The tank is quite narrow too, and it allows you to grip it with your thighs, and I'm comfortable on it. So if you are a short rider, don't be scared to try it. Don't dismiss it just because of the seat height. You will be on your tippy toes, yes, but you will be comfortable. The weight is another strange thing, because this is 206 kilograms wet weight. That is heavy, and this bike just does not feel heavy at all. Do not be intimidated if you're a short petite rider. This bike is just big on the paper, size wise. It actually feels light, super light and small. Now looks. I don't think I will warm up to these indicators and mirrors. And also I think the mirrors are looking quite cheap and tacky. Other than that, I think this is the best looking Kawasaki ever made. It looks really good. The exhaust is not the fanciest, but it's a stock titanium exhaust, and it sounds pretty decent too. Sounds good, doesn't it? For stock exhaust, I mean, that's amazing. So yeah, I'm out on it all day today, and I'm hoping to give you some more thoughts shortly. So I just had a quick bite and out on this again. Yeah, I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun. So I've done quite a few miles now on it. I've been on it for a few hours. And what do I think? Let's talk power first. 200 horsepower, which I believe is around 175 at the back wheel. That is plenty of power, and I was really hoping that the brakes will match it, because there's nothing more frustrating than being able to go quick but not stop quick. Needless to say, Brembo M50 brakes are fantastic. Not once have I questioned them. Not once have I felt, oh, I might not make it. They're brilliant. Mirrors, I'm afraid, not only are they ugly looking, they're impossible to adjust on the go. Now that is a major flaw in the road bike. Buy it for a track use, fair enough, you take them off, you don't even care. But for a road bike, that is a big problem. There is an impressive amount of tech on this motorbike. Gas charged forks. This is a very new thing on a production bike. What they do is they take care of compression and damping independently, which is supposed to improve braking balance and front end feel. Now, road test is not exactly a place to be testing those features, but I'm expecting this to be brilliant on the track. We have a lot of electronics on it. We have launch control. That's never a bad thing, is it? We have wheelie control, electronic steering damper. There's a quick shifter, which you can turn off. I'm not quite sure why anyone would want to turn off a quick shifter, but it is an option. We have a fully adjustable traction control. It's Bosch 6-axis IMU unit. It basically, like in the new R1, monitors information from various sensors, which means not only does it know exactly what the bike is doing at all times, it also feeds the data to all the electronic systems, allowing them to adapt to forever changing conditions. An interesting one, there is adjustable engine braking. At first I thought it wouldn't be particularly useful, but there is a significant engine braking in this motorbike, and I actually quite like this option, especially for track use. Brilliant. I know I keep going on about it feeling smaller than it actually is, but I must say it's such a good fit for my medium body that I have a sneaky suspicion it actually might be very uncomfortable for taller riders. When I'm quite petite, I sometimes find that I'm perched on top of the bike rather than sat in the bike. Not the case here. I'm sat in the bike. It takes the tiniest of body movement to change the direction. it turns with such ease. Every single corner, you just can't help but grin. Effortless. The most flickable sports bike I have ever ridden. Most of all, it's just a very smooth, agile, and a very quick machine. It's so easy to go quick on it. The bad part is you don't feel it. You don't feel how quick it is. I found myself so many times looking down at the speed and thinking, oh, it didn't feel like I was going that fast. Lovely quick shifter. The whole gearbox is just beautiful. Clutch, probably the nicest clutch I've ever used. It sounds silly, but you clutch in so often, it's nice and gradual, and the resistance is not too much, but it's just enough. All these little things, they really do matter to me. The side stand, which is usually the biggest fear of mine, is like, will I be able to reach the side stand and put it down? There are bikes that I can't because they're so tall and I can't reach it. Well, this side stand has this little knobbly thing which makes it very easy to put down. My biggest question was, with all these electronics, with all these gadgets on it, are they in the way or are they actually really helpful? I must say, after a few hours on this, they're incredibly flattering. They're there, but you don't feel them interacting. They smooth out your riding, and this bike is very confidence inspiring. You will feel like a superhero. Bear in mind, this is not all you, this is the bike doing it for you. I mean, you can clearly see that Kawasaki have caught up with all the big boys now. There's no question about it. But what I think is quite remarkable is that their price didn't. You can have this spec bike for just under £14,000. Now that is far cheaper than any of the modern technology bikes right now. The 1299S is what, £20,000? The S1000, by the time you put all the bits on it that make it exciting, I think it's £18,000. R1M is outrageously expensive too. So this matches the technology, but it is far cheaper, and that is a game changer. I'm sorry, by the way, I'm sorry, I have a major cold. There's always some disaster for me when I'm testing bikes, and today I have a cold. Just a simple baguette melt thingy. Easily one of the best things I've had in a long time. A little one. Just for the size. Can you see the gloves on the little bike? So cute. Wheelie bins.